Hey guys, welcome to today's Big Brother Canada 4 chat. It's episode 9.
Wow, we're really cooking now. Christine's evicted. Thank God.
And guess what? Tim switched his vote last week.
Uh-oh.
He voted out his best friend.
He wants to just shake things up.
I love how they acted like nobody knew this was going to happen when Tim was saying, like, I'm going to vote out Cassandra.
Yeah. Well, the HOH makeout competition is in progress.
This is probably one of my favorite competitions.
Hi, Lair, House. Wait for it. There was oil on the bridge. It was a little bit slippery.
Yeah.
Not too slippery like BBUS, but, you know, just a little something.
Well, this wasn't the slip and slide one.
No.
But I have to agree with Nikki. My favorite pairing was Jared and Dallas because
all the way.
we know that these two hate each other.
Yet they look so in love.
And they were like... It was hilarious.
Nikki had a little bit of a meltdown because she really sucked at this competition.
I feel like she had to be playing that up a bit, right? Because, like, you can't suck that bad.
No.
You can't.
I mean, what did they have, like 2 balls at the end?
It was pretty bad.
They were so happy when they got the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Ramsey
He was paired
it.
up with Kelsey.
He threw it.
He didn't want to be HOH himself, and he definitely didn't want Kelsey to be HOH, so he's like, you know what? F this.
He did a good job.
They would get all the way to the end of the course, and he'd be like, whoops. That sucks.
All right, so Mitch and Joel won, and they had it already worked out that Joel was going to be the HOH.
Yeah, Mitch wanted no part of that. So they pretended to play rock, paper, scissors, but they had already determined before that who was going to win. So Joel is the new HOH.
Pretty convincing, I must say. All right, so Joel talks to himself a lot. In that respect, he is a lot like Steve, except he's not talking to his mommy.
I think Steve talked to himself way more.
Well, Steve was talking to his mommy, too. So, who wants to see my HOH room?
Okay.
All right, so he got a really cool hacky sack. I used to play that when I was his age.
Cool.
I know,
story,
right?
bro.
I love hacky sack. I couldn't do the cool tricks that he could, though.
He got a nice letter from his family.
A couple of tears here and
Oh,
there.
when they were talking about his brother, I was just like, oh my god.
I know. Very emoshy. And is it just me, or does he just look like a giant freaking Seth Green?
I don't see that.
They're both from Canada. He's got that Canadian...
So what?
That Canadian Joel Seth look.
If you say so.
He's a type.
But anyway, Tim has got some explaining to do. So he's telling Joel, like, look, this is why I voted out Cassandra this week. I knew she was going to be safe. I was trying to take some of the heat off of you being in the middle.
And the
This was all for
producers
you.
probably told me that this would really shake things up if we keep the sides look really even.
To a certain degree, I see what Tim was saying, but also, like, you know he just wants to mess with people.
He's got a penis piercing.
Ah!
All right, so Joel's taking meetings as a good HOH would do. He's got to listen to what everybody's got to say.
Everybody's just like, don't put me on the block. Don't put me on the block.
Who
Don't
you
put
think
me on the
you're
block,
gonna put
bro.
on the block? All right, so Levita and Cassandra still having their bitchy squabbles. These two will never get it together.
They fight, like, really strangely, too. Because, like, they'll insult each other and be like, I'm just messing around. No, I'm not.
You know why? Because they're so similar.
Catty.
Yeah, very catty.
The thing about Cassandra, though, she thinks that she's allowed to be mean to people and play it off as a joke, but when somebody else does that,
She can dish it out,
It's
but
not
she
okay.
can't take it.
she's like, this is so high school, but I'm like that, so I can do that. Like, that's what bothers me about
Yeah.
that situation. If you're gonna dish that out, you need to be able
You
to
gotta
let...
take it.
Yeah.
You gotta take it. So the have-not comp this week. Wow, it seems like forever since we've had a have-not comp.
It's only been 1 week without. But anyway, it was a baseball theme. Yay!
It's the Blueberries versus the Red Rockets.
All right, it was kind of like a t-ball competition.
Tim and Nikki don't really know baseball, so it's kind of interesting.
So they don't know t-ball either.
No, well, you have the ball on the tee.
Well, in this version of t-ball, they have a hedge
Right.
blocking the hitter from the fielders.
There's fielders, but no runners. It's kind of like a tennis t-ball hybrid, kind of, except you can catch and...
It's kind of like a mix between dodgeball and like tennis.
It's nothing like these things at all. It's
I don't know.
pretty effed up.
It's weird.
All right.
But anyway, you have to hit the ball over the hedge. If it falls onto the court, then you get a point. If
it
somebody
goes out of
catches
bounds, yeah, you don't get a point. Either way.
if it hits someone and they don't catch it, that's
You
why I
get
was
a
saying
point.
dodgeball.
Oh, okay. You get a point.
Like dodgeball and volleyball, I would say.
Not volleyball.
Well, I mean, whatever. You guys know what I mean, right? Okay. So the Red Rockets were killing it.
And they were also really bad winners, which really pissed off the Blueberries.
Yeah, the Red
especially
Rockets.
Tim.
Dallas, Maddie, Nikki, Ramsey, Levita, and Phil. So, like, the way that these teams were divided, it was kind of the way that the people are divided in the house.
They said it was random by Big Brother, but I don't think so.
I don't think
I
that's
don't think. I think they really wanted to create a lot of tension here.
The impression that I was under was that they had some sort of, like, schoolyard pick, but I don't know.
Well, they said it was random by Big Brother.
I don't know.
On the show.
But anyway.
Is Big Brother lying to us?
There was a lot of tension there. It was 6-0 at one point, Red Rockets, and they were like, woo!
Tim got so frustrated that he threw his bat over the wall. He kind of like lobbed it over. I mean, he didn't like
Still,
overhand
it's a freaking baseball bat. A wooden baseball bat. And it hit Maddie in the
Yeah.
knee. She was like, "Wee." So
Jared had to actually sit on Tim because
To
he was
calm him
acting
down.
very childish at some points.
he was pulling the grass out of the hedge. He was like, can I just add too that there was alcohol involved in this competition?
Was Tim drinking?
Yes.
But I thought he never.
Well,
never
he was
drinks.
drinking.
Ooh, okay.
He was drinking. Yeah,
Well, the Blueberries lost.
they did. They started to come back a little bit at the end, but it wasn't enough.
So that means that they're have-nots, but the room is too freaking small, so they can only
There can only be 4.
So the Red Rockets got to pick 2 people to save. And they picked Cassandra because she's already been a have-not for the past 2 weeks, and that sucks.
And Mitch because
He's
everyone
cool.
loves Mitch.
He's cool.
But okay, I just have like a little Big Brother. I feel like you did us dirty here because we know from watching the feeds that there was some crazy stuff going on in this have not competition that you did not show.
Oh.
What is that all about? I feel like it's bullshit. I'm sorry, I do, and I want to see the drama.
Calm down, Tim. That's what the live feeds are for. All right, so after
It's not fair.
Joel talks to Kelsey, Raul, and Mitch, and Raul's like,
What do I even say here? Like, don't put me on the block. I don't know how to do this.
I'm beautiful.
Yeah, Raul is just there to have a good time.
How about that dress that he wore for the eviction?
Love.
That was crazy.
Okay, so anyway, tensions are still heating up more and more between the two sides of the house. You got Dallas and Jared. They had that little squabble in the living
Yeah.
room where Dallas was basically like, I'm coming after you, bro.
It's an effing powder keg in there. It's gonna blow!
It is.
All right, so Joel and Mitch are pretty much working together. They work in the middle like crazy. I don't know how many people actually realize it. I think more people think of Joel and Cassandra than Joel and Mitch.
You mean Joel and Levita?
Joel and Levita, sorry. Joel
Yeah.
and Levita.
Yeah.
And Mitch is kind of he's doing a great job
Yeah.
keeping a low profile.
If he can keep this up, he's got a good thing going.
Either way, if he puts up one side of the house or the other, somebody beneficial to Joel's game is going to be voted out.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely wants to go against one of the sides and not the middle. So it's either going to be like Dallas's group or
Right.
Jared's group.
And I think it's best for him to put up both nominees from one side, not
Yeah.
mix it up to
Of
make
course.
it fair, because then he's going to have both sides angry at him.
All right, well, it's time for him to make his short list, and let's just keep this short. It was Raul, Kelsey, Maddie, and Dallas.
Okay, for obvious reasons. So the nominees were Raul,
Yeah.
he's a strong social player, and I said he's in an alliance, but the way Joel made it sound was like he was bonded to that person for life.
They call it like an unbreakable bond, and it just makes me think of Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's like
Where they have the spell.
yes,
If you break the promise, you like die.
right. And then Kelsey, same reason. Plus, she's a strong player.
And she's
I
in a
guess.
showmance. Come on.
Showmans. So
They were shocked.
yeah.
Raul and Kelsey and Jared were not expecting that. So we're going to see some fallout from that in the next episode. And freaking Thursday, they're doing some fake-ass double eviction
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
You know, Kelsey, she's got showman's disease. She thinks, whenever they put like part of a showman's up or the whole showman's, they're always like, "How could you do that? We love each other."
It wasn't even like that though. She just thinks she's untouchable.
Okay. Well, let us know what you think in the comments, and until next time,
Much love.
Edit.